I never knew a liquid could be heavy as lead, or carry every single word that we never said. It started in the corner, just a flicker of light, before it gathered up the courage to fall in the night. It's a tiny little ocean, a saltwater stone, dragging me down into the deep all alone. It took a piece of my spirit as it rolled down my cheek, leaving a trail that makes my whole body weak. It's the anchor of always, it's the gravity of gone, a weight that I'm carrying from the dusk to the dawn. I try to wipe it away, but the damage is done. It's heavier than the mountain and colder than the sun. All the weight of a single tear is pulling me under, louder than the rain and the roll of a thunder. It's the physical proof of a soul deep break, the heaviest burden that a heart has to take. One little drop for a lifetime of fear. Yeah, that's the crushing weight of a single tear. They say it's just water, they say it's just dust, but they don't know the feeling of a broken down trust. It's the ink of the ending, it's the price of a vow, and I'm drowning in the middle of it, right here, right now. Yeah, the weight of a single tear is pulling me under, louder than the rain and the roll of the thunder. It's the physical proof of a soul deep break, the heaviest burden that a heart has to take. One little drop for a lifetime of fear. Yeah, that's the crushing weight of a single tear. Just one. But it's enough to break strong stuff falling so heavy. dust is suspended in a shaft of gray light, exactly where it was on that Tuesday night. The tea is still sitting, a ring on the wood, frozen in time where the forever once stood. I'm a statue in motion, a ghost on the floor, staring at the space by the side of the door. The second hand's resting at the top of the 12, like a secret too heavy for the spirit to delve. I haven't moved the shoes that you kicked to the side, in the very same spot where our history died. The calendar's stuck on a week in July, underneath the weight of a permanent why. And the clock stopped the moment you left this room, sealing the silence like a cold marble tomb. There's no more tomorrow, and no more, not yet, and just the sterile clean edges of a permanent regret. The world keeps on spinning, but I'm off the track, 'cause the clock stopped, and it's never coming back. I tried to wind it up, I tried to make it go, but the gears are all rusted from the tears that I know. It's a specialized torture to be frozen in time, while the rest of the world is committing the crime of moving on. Yeah, the clock stopped the moment you left this room, sealing the silence like a cold marble tomb. There's no more tomorrow, and no more, not yet, just the sterile clean edges of a permanent regret. The world keeps on spinning, but I'm off the track, 'cause the clock stopped, and it's never coming back. Half past, lonely, quarter to gone. Waiting for a morning that never comes. I built the walls from the words you said. above our bed. The windows were clear, the pain was new, a perfect reflection of me and you. But I never looked down at the shifting sand or the hollow silence where the pillar should stand. The door is still heavy, the latch is still tight, but the floorboards are groaning in the middle of the night. I'm walking on air that's about to give away in a beautiful house where I can't even stay. One whisper of doubt, one breath of the rain, and the whole architecture is twisting in pain. And it's a house with no foundation, a castle in the air, built on the ghost of a promise that isn't quite there. We painted the ceilings, we polished the glass, but we couldn't stop the seasons from turning to ash. It's a specialized torture, a high altitude grief to live in at home that's as thin as a leaf. They say dig it deeper, they say make it strong, but how do you build when the blueprint is wrong? I'm a tenant of shadows, a squatter in fear, in a house that's been falling for over a year. Yeah, it's a house with no foundation, a castle in the air, built on the ghost of a promise that isn't quite there. We painted the ceilings, we polished the glass, but we couldn't stop the seasons from turning to ash. It's a specialized torture, a high altitude grief to live in a home that's as thin as a leaf. The walls are just paper, the floor's letting go, falling so slowly into the known. Just a house with no home. Close your eyes, the day is done. I am still the lonely one. The loan is cold, the stars are gray, since you decided not to stay. Sleep is hard, the bed is wide, nowhere left for me to hide. A quiet song, a bitter heart, waiting for the light to come. A lullaby of our last day, watching all the colors fade. Sing me low, sing me blue. I'm still lost in missing you. It stays in mid-register, using long swaying notes that mimic a slow heartbeat. It hits a soft high trill that sounds like a whisper before sliding down into elastic. Don't wake up, don't see the break. My heart is such a heavy ache. The lullaby of our last day, watching all the colors fade. Sing me low, sing me blue. I'm still lost in missing you. Go to sleep, turn the light. It's just me in the night. Sleep. I used to be a torrent, a deep and rushing blue. I was a flood of always, overflowing with you. But the clouds moved away and the heat settled in, cracking the surface and burning the skin. Now I'm just a hollow, a scar on the land, sifting through the ghost of a promise in the sand. The banks are all brittle, reeds are all gold, a story of plenty that's already been told. I remember the silver, the cool and the deep, before the long drought that I'm destined to keep. I'm reaching for moisture, I'm reaching for rain, but I'm just a parched out The neon sign is buzzing, a flickering blue above the corner booth that belonged to me and you. The waitress still lasted. I'm waiting for one as I stare at the shadows in the setting of the sun. I order 2 coffees, I let them go cold while I'm reading the stories that we already told. The table is scarred with the initials we carved in a summer of plenty where our spirits were starved. I watch the front door every time that it swings, waiting for the music that your presence always brings. But it's just the night air, it's just a mistake in a heart that's forgotten how much it can break. And I still go to our old spot, I still take the chair, and I talk to the ghost of the girl who's not there. I'm a regular patron of a love that is dead, feeding on the whispers and the things that we said. It's a specialized torture, a beautiful block. Yeah, I still, God help me, still go to our spot. They say find a new window, they say find a new view, but every new skyline just leads back to you. I'm a creature of habit, a prisoner of we, in a booth made of memories and misery. Yeah, I still go to our old spot, I still take the chair, and I talk to the ghost of the girl who's not there. I'm a regular patron of a love that is dead, feeding on the whispers and the things that we said. It's a specialized torture, a beautiful block. Yeah, I still, God help me, I still go to our spot. Check, please. But I'm not leaving yet. Just one more minute. To try and forget. The lights are going down. I heard it today in the back of a cafe, between the clinking of porcelain and the light turning gray. The opening piano, that soft steady beat that used to bring us to our dancing feet. I dropped my coffee, I lost my breath in a 3-minute cycle of a musical death. I remember the tuxedo, the silk of your gown, how the rest of the world simply melted down. Your hand on my shoulder, your cheek on my face. We were the only two souls in the whole human race. It was our anthem, our forever in rhyme, before we ran out of rhythm and ran out of time. And the song we danced to now makes me cry, a beautiful eulogy under a starless sky. The melody's poison, the lyrics are glass, cutting me deep as the measures all pass. It used to be ours, now it's just goodbye. The song we danced to now makes me cry. The song we danced to now makes me cry, a beautiful eulogy under a starless sky. The melody's poison, the lyrics are glass, cutting me deep as the measures all pass. It used to be ours, now it's just goodbye. The song we danced to now makes me cry. One more refrain, one more spin. The silence is coming to let the dark in. Just turn it off. I thought I could glue the edges back then, find the man I was before you moved in. But the porcelain's blackened, the silver is sharp. You didn't just hit me, you hit me too hard. I'm looking for fragments to hold in my sifting through nothing but gray, bitter sand. You took a match to the once upon a time and turned every always into a crime. The letters are cinders, the photos are smoke, the promises we made, a cruel, hollow joke. I'm a heart with no fire, a room with no light, just a pile of embers in the middle of night. Because you didn't just break me, you burned the whole thing. You silenced the bell that I used to ring. I'm not a puzzle that someone can mend. I'm a story that suffered a terminal end. There's no fixing a ghost, there's no healing the flame. You burned every bridge, and you burned my own They say rise from the ashes, they say start again, but they don't see the smoke that's under my skin. How do you build when the foundation's gone? When the fire you started is still raging on? No, you didn't just break me, you burned the whole thing. You silenced the bell that I used to ring. I'm not a puzzle that someone can mend. I'm a story that suffered a terminal end. There's no fixing a ghost, there's no healing the flame. You burned every bridge, and you burned my own name. Just ash on the wind, just suit on the floor. Nothing to save, nothing anymore. Everything's gone. looking up at a velvet black dome, a map with no markers to lead me back home. You were the North Star, the constant, the bright, the one silver needle that stitched up the night. But the candles are out and the orbit is gone. I'm just a shadow waiting for dawn. They say that the darkness is full of the past, a light that's been traveling too beautiful. All I see now is a hollowed out view, a galaxy missing the essence of you. I'm reaching for brilliance, I'm reaching for fire, but the sky is a desert and I'm a broken down wire. And it's a sky with no stars, a night with no name, a cold empty ceiling with no flicker or flame. You took the constellations when you walked out the door. Now the universe doesn't make sense anymore. I'm a pilot blinded, I'm a ghost in the cars under a heavy, a sky with no I've got a telescope pointed at never, searching for traces of a broken off ever. But the lens is all blurry from the salt in my eyes, and the silence is louder than my heaviest sighs. Yeah, it's a sky with no stars, a night with no name, a cold empty ceiling with no flicker or flame. You took the constellations when you walked out the door. Now the universe doesn't make sense anymore. I'm a pilot blinded, I'm a ghost in the cars under a heavy, a sky with no stars, just the dark, just the white, looking for a spark in a terminal sky. Where did you go? fans are gone, I'm sitting here until the dawn. The clock is stopped, the lights are dim. I lost the world, I lost to him. No more play, no more wind, just the dark sinking in, alone with a time of tears, paying for the years that we so blew. I'm without you, a lonely field, a heart unsealed, the score is 0. I'm no hero, just crying late against my fate. The bench is cold, the grass is wet, I'm drowning in a deep regret. I played so hard, I gave my soul, but you walked out and took the gold. Extra time, extra pain, standing in the freezing rain. It's over now, it's really past. I'm the one who finished the stadium's dark, the fire's a spark. I'm still playing, I'm still staying. One more tear, the end is near. finding ways to talk to myself. The end indentation on your side of the bed is a physical map of the things that you say. I'm walking through rooms that feel miles across, trying to measure the depth of the loss. I used to move through the house like a breeze. Now I'm stumbling over the used to be's. Silence is heavy, a permanent guest, sitting in chairs where we used to find rest. I'm stretching my arms, but I'm touching the air in a life that's defined by who isn't there. And I'm learning to live in the spaces you left, in the hollowed out chambers of a soul that's bereft. I'm decorating the quiet and painting the void with the fragments of us that I haven't destroyed. It's a vast, lonely kingdom, a cold, empty view, and I'm learning to live in the absence of you. I've got too much room for my thoughts in my hands, in a house built of glass on a foundation of sand. The echo is louder than the voice used to be, reminding the walls that there's no more of we. Yeah, I'm learning to live in the spaces you left, in the hollowed out chambers of a soul that's bereft. I'm decorating the quiet and painting the void with the fragments of us that I haven't destroyed. It's a vast, lonely kingdom, a cold, empty view, and I'm learning to live in the absence of you. So much room, too much air. I'm getting used to you not being there, just the space. The coffee's still sitting, gone cold in the pot, like a chapter we started and simply forgot. You were there in the doorway, then gone in a blink. before I could tell you the things that I think. Now I'm rehearsing the speech in my head to a shadow that's sleeping in your side of the bed. I look at the porch where the evening light dies. I'm haunted by all of the unspoken sighs. The wind is a whisper of things I should have said. Instead of the silence I gave you instead, I let the clock tick and I let the sun set. Now I'm paying the interest on a lifetime of debt. And I never got to say goodbye right. I never got to close the door. Now the words are just heavy, spilled out on the floor. I'm reaching for a hand that's already gone cold, with a million I love yous that never got told. It's a jagged edge ending, a hole in the night. 'Cause I never, no, I never got to say goodbye right. Is there a station we're lost? Voices go to the person who left before they could know. I'm shouting at heaven, I'm pleading with fate, but I'm sorry, sounds hollow when it's spoken too late. Yeah, I never got to say goodbye right. I never got to close the door. Now the words are just heavy, spilled out on the floor. I'm reaching for a hand that's already gone cold, with a million I love yous that never got told. It's a jagged edge standing, a hole in the night. 'Cause I never, no, I never got to say goodbye right. Wait, just one more minute. I forgot to tell you. I forgot to. I've tried the coastline and the mountain air, but I'm just a tourist of my own despair. I bought a ticket to a tropical blue, to run from the shadow of the missing of you. But the sand is just salt and the sun is just heat when I'm walking these miles on my own lonely feet. thousand nowheres, and I'm just a pilgrim who's run out of prayers. Because my happy place, it wasn't a view, it wasn't a city or a sky turning blue. It was the space in the crook of your arm, the only perimeter that kept me from harm. Now I'm a wanderer, lost in the blue. Because of my happy place, my only happy place was you. I've been trying to find where the better begins, but the coordinates fail and the compass is wrong when you're the only home where I'll ever belong. Yeah, my happy place, it wasn't a view, it wasn't a city or a sky turning blue. It was the space in the crook of your because of my happy place, my only happy place was you. No more sanctuary, no more rest, just a heart-shaped hollow inside of my chest, and just gave you the keys to every secret I kept. I stayed by your side while the rest of the world slept. I built you a pedestal high as the moon. Never once thought you would leave me so soon. I bought into the always, the forever, the hours, while you were just counting the minutes and hours. You watched me believe every word that you spoke. tonight. So ashamed for the way that I cared, for the grace that I gave, and the life that we shared. You saw my open hands as a target to hit, and I was the last one to know about it. Yeah, you made a fool out of my devotion. A small paper boat on a wide winter ocean. You took every promise and turned it to glass, just to watch me get cut as the seasons all pass. I was a believer, I was a saint. Now I'm just a shadow, losing the light. Yeah, you made a fool out of my devotion tonight. Laughter in the hallway, salt in the wound. I was so devoted, and you were just amused. The house is a museum of the serious and still. I'm a statue of stone on a heartbreaking hill. I used to have dimples, I used to have light that could burn through the heaviest middle of night. But now I'm just logic and shadows and gray, since the music of us simply drifted away. I saw a comedian on the TV at 3, but the humor felt like a foreign country to me. I remember the kitchen, the wine and the mess, how you'd find the joy in the middle of stress. A look or a whisper, a ridiculous face, and suddenly everything fell into place. And I miss the way you made me laugh. I miss the way you made me lie before the goodbye turned to never tonight. It wasn't the words, it was the soul and the sound that lifted my heavy feet off of the ground. Now the silence is bitter, a say be your own son, but it's hard to be funny when the we is all done. I'm a punchline with no setup, a clown in the rain, trying to find where the better can outrun the pain. Yeah, I miss the way you made me laugh. I miss the way you made me lie before the goodbye turned to never. Tonight it wasn't the words, it was the soul and the sound that lifted my heavy feet off of the ground. Now the silence is bitter, a cold empty draft tonight, just the ghost of a man who once left. Tell me that one again, the one about the moon. I've forgotten the ending. I've forgotten too soon. I'm standing at the starting line, the morning of the day before the first I'm sorry, and walking far away. I see the crash coming like a train on the track, but I'm reaching for the ticket, and I'm not looking back. I know the fire's hungry, I know the bridge will fall, but I'd climb every staircase just to stand in your hall. I remember kitchen, the sunlight in your hair, before the heavy silence and the empty wooden chair. I know the exact minute when they always turn to gold, and the weight of the shadow that would stifle every dawn. It's a tragedy say be glad it's through, but they don't know the hollow of a world without you. I trade all my better and my peace of mind to stay in the wreckage that we left far behind. Yeah, I'd go back, even knowing the break. I'd sign every promise I was destined to fake. I drink the sweet poison and I dance in the rain just to have one more second before all the pain. It's a fool's kind of logic, a soul's word of land, but I'd go back, even though in the end the lights are going down, the credits start to roll. I'm pressing play again with a hollowed out soul. One more then. It's in the hum of the heater, the click of the clock, the rattle of the mailman coming round the block. It's not a sudden thunder or a crashing of glass. It's just the heavy shadow of the hours that pass. I'm washing the dishes, I'm folding the wide, while you're the low frequency in the middle of the night. I try to turn the radio up to the max to drown out the ghost of the things that I lack. But even the static is singing your name, a soft-spoken flicker, a dying down flame. It's a constant vibration, a buzz in my ear, the sound of a person who's no longer here. And it's just the battlebound noise of missing you now, a permanent static, a salt water vow. It's the white noise that the silence has won, that I've finally faded, that I'm finally done. But then I hear a floorboard or a sound, and the background noise, it starts to crawl. Ticking, waiting, it's always there, just behind the air, missing you. The fire went out while I wasn't looking. I've stopped the pacing and the frantic cooking. The plates that I smashed are all swept from the floor. I don't even listen for your ghost at the door. The adrenaline's gone, the bitter is bled into a dull heavy weight in the back of my head. I don't want an apology, I don't want to fight, I don't want to win the middle of the night. I used to have words that could cut like a knife. Now I'm just trying to navigate life. The storm has moved on, the sky is just gray, and I'm too exhausted to wish you just stay. I'm not angry anymore, I'm just tired. The fuse has burned out on the ink is running blurry on the dear and you. I'm trying to say what I'm supposed to do, but the paper is buckling, it's soaked to the bone, from a man sitting here writing ghosts on his own. I've crumpled up 20, I've thrown them away, searching for words that could make you just stay. I wrote about April, the day that we met, in a garden of promises I can't forget. But a saltwater river is flooding the page, turning my forever into a cold paper cage. The eyes are smudged and the love is a smear, drowning the sentences I wanted you to hear. And it's a love letter stained with tears and regret, a message in a bottle that hasn't arrived yet. Every I miss you is a saltwater stain, a physical map of a soul deep pain. The envelope's heavy, it's soaking and blue, a love letter stained with the missing of you. The sax plays a soulful, melodic solo, hitting high, piercing notes that sound like a star, then descending into a breathy, raspy low register that mimics a broken whisper. I'm licking the stem with a taste of the sea, sending my spirit where it used to be. But the mailbox is empty, the street is so still, and I'm pushing this stone up a heartbreaking hill.